race fans, let's talk a little super stock action. One of my favorite classes, probably my favorite class, right? Before we do, a little shout out here, Dirt Race Central. If you want to watch a lot of Wissota racing, if you can't get there, do yourself a favor, get a subscription, right? It's $19.99 a month, the official streaming platform of the One to Go Show and of Wissota Auto Racing. So let's talk a little super stocks here. We'll go back a couple weeks, talk a little bit of results, right? Then we're going to get into the buyraceshirts.com One to Go Show super stock power rankings. So a couple weeks back, Fiesta City Speedway, they opened up their season over in Montevideo, Minnesota. Light on car cone at the opener, but Carter Rentz, he absolutely drove away from the field. Great opening night win for the kid from Glenwood. I-94 EMR Speedway over in Fergus Falls. The Iron Man, Shane Sabraski, surprise, surprise, right? Dominating win. Now, Trevor Nelson, who won the 100, he made the trip over. He got second. He was there. Sabraski was gone, but a great run for Trevor Nelson as well. William Lund, who actually won one of the prelims at the 100. I don't know if that was last year or the year before. 11th to 3rd in that race. So dominating win for the 7A to start the season over in Fergus Falls. Princeton Speedway, Princeton, Minnesota, kind of KG veteran. I call him the old catfish. Little whiskers down on the bottom. Dustin Nelson. Missed opportunity there for old Dexton Cook. He made up for it. We'll talk about that. Well, he made up for it, but got a little antsy right away. He spun himself around. He did get back up to second, but Dustin Nelson with the win. Rookie Dave Simpson, I was surprised to see him make the trip down there. He did have a top 5 finish, so good run for him. Now, let's head over to this past week here. Over in Idaho, yes, there's Wissota Racing in the state of Idaho. Salmon Valley Speedway, Salmon, Idaho. They had an opening weekend doubleheader. Night number 1 went to the 2022 co-champion, Chris Fuller. And night number 2, his first career win. Tip of the cap, guy. Congratulations, Bill Monnet, parking in Victory Lane. I tell you what, I don't know if there's any video footage. I don't know if they have streaming platforms over there, but I saw some pictures. And if you want to see a freaking picturesque racetrack, the Salmon Valley Speedway in Salmon, Idaho, I can sit there and just take in the surroundings. It's amazing. It's just surreal. Fiesta City Speedway over in Montevideo. Trevor Nelson returning the favor on the 7A, parking it in Victory Lane. Now, limited schedule, right? Last year he had, I think, 31 maybe shows in there, 32. He's got to take every opportunity he can to win. And there's nothing bigger than a win, but also taking a win from the 7A. That is huge. That might be huge. Remember this, at the end of the year, if it comes down to a battle between those two, this could be a very meaningful race for the 71. Granite City Motor Park in Sauk Rapids. Yeah, I know. She was cowboy up. She was a little rough, but toughen up, right? It is what it is. There's some carnage. They're going to get the track in shape. They're working their tails off over there. Dennis the Menace, just carving through the rough stuff, parked it in Victory Lane. Sabraski got the early lead, broken axle. Jordan Hinkemeyer, come on, guy. Come on, you got to look past the air cleaner there. I love you, man. He got into lap traffic. He was kind of putting the move on I guess it would have been Dexton Cook at the time for the lead, and misjudged, got into the fence, cut his right front tire down, and at the time Dexton Cook was leading, but Dennis Zek drove right by him, took the opening night win at Granite City. North Central Speedway in Brainerd and in Princeton, Dexton Cook, another national champion contender right there. A pair of wins. He got a second already. Dexton Cook off to a really, really good start here in 2023, and he's gonna. Let's just be completely honest, right? If you want to win a national championship in Wissota Superstocks, you got to have 30 wins, because the 7A is probably going to have 30 wins. Dustin Nelson, these two were kind of dating the last year, I think. We'll play a little kissy face, old Dexton and Dustin. And Dexton kind of threw a slider, took the lead, and Dustin tried to throw a slider back and wasn't going to work, and a little bit of contact there. I'm like, oh, boy, here we go again. And Dustin said, yeah, I talked to him. I did not mean to do that. That was not intentional. It could be interesting. You watch that 46 and 78. That might be kind of fun. So let's jump into it. We're going to go to the buyraceshirts.com, one to go show super stock power rankings. Little shout out to buyraceshirts.com. If you need hats, shirts, hoodies, any apparel, banners, right? Heck, if you need graphics, whatever you need, check them out. Jordan Tollickson and his crew down in Montevideo, they do a great job. They got a lot of different price points, any quantities. That's buyraceshirts.com. All right. Number 10, Dylan Nelson. 10 wins last year. I would have had him higher. But he made a chassis switch. Okay, he won the Fast Lane Series last year. He switched to a dirt dueler. Nothing wrong with a dirt dueler. They win a lot of races. But making the switch, it's a total different feel, right? The affordable to the dirt dueler. Totally different race cars. First couple weeks, the eye test saying he's struggling. How long is it going to take him to figure it out? Les is smart, right? They got some good hot rods. You got Brandon one in them, and you got the Sulky. We're going to find out, can Dylan Nelson adapt fast enough to be ready to defend his Fastlane Superstocks championship? Number 9, Trevor Sauer. 7 wins, and Kraus is my boy over there in Alex, but Trevor Sauer been kind of giving him a little bit of a beat down here the last couple of years. I think he's got like 942 straight championships over at the high flying half mile. Travels pretty well, but he doesn't travel far and he doesn't travel often. Trevor Sauer at number 9. At number 8, another second generation, great family legacy, Kyle Kopp. 6 wins, back-to-back, legendary 100s. This is his prove-it year up north, right? Whether it be Hibbing, I don't know if he's going to run Hibbing. He's probably going to run Ashland. He runs Ashland. He's from over that way, right? So Superior, Ashland, and Proctor. This is his year to prove it. Orestovich, Steve Stewart, some of these guys take some wins, but Kyle Kopp, this is your year. The kid is absolutely fast. Let's see if he can mature into a championship contender. At number 7, Kurt Myers. This guy is the wild card. Killed him in Jimtown. In fact, I should go back and talk about that. I actually didn't slide down far enough. So let me do that right here. So Kurt Myers won at Jim Falls last week, right? He said he built a car for his kid, and he actually starting on the front row at race like 2. It's kind of a quote of the week. It's kind of a good one. He's like, kids on vacation down in Florida with the family. I mean, they're all playing tiddlywinks. I'm here winning features. I don't know if he was real happy that the kid wasn't racing, but car's ready. Now, rumor has it Kurt maybe has a car of his own. Okay, I don't know if he's going to run for national points or anything like that, but if he's running some money shows, you best look out. The 1M's coming. Let's jump on over to number 6, Jesse Radetsky, the 207. Ben Hillman gave him fits in Menominee last year. And last year, 7 wins, way down from the year before. Can he get back to what he was in 2021? Hillman up in a modified, right? And he already got a second on the podium this on opening weekend. He got second over there to a guy we're going to talk about in just a minute. But Jesse Radetsky, one of the best cushion pushers in all of Wissota Superstock racing at Cedar Lake as well. I know they're not Wissota, but they might as well be, right? So Jesse Radetsky at number 6. I'm going to pause there for a minute. I'm going to go back over to the Electric City Speedway. Casey Stephenson won the feature there. 2 for 2. Started on the 4th row, charged to the front, kind of dominant. Kind of owns that place until knowing otherwise. You got a couple pretty good hot rods that run with them, but Stephenson kind of the cream of the crop. Another one here, I will talk about that result when we get to him in the power rankings. Number 5, second generation driver as well. 11 wins on the year last year. We're talking about Terrence Spacek. When the money's on the line, when the special events happen, that 22 car is absolutely in contention every single time. His downfall, the car always looks tight. Get the car to rotate just a little bit better, and that's going to convert into more wins. Spacek at 5. At number 4, your opening night winner at the Red Cedar Speedway at the 7th annual Randy Buss Icebreaker in Menominee, Cole Chernosky. 15 for 15 last year in Thunder Bay. And then people are like, well, they had 8-9 cars. I mean, they didn't really have much up there last year. Well, I talked to them. We said they're going to have 15 to 20 this year. There are a lot of people. The culture of racing is super strong in Thunder Bay. Well, what did Chernovsky do after that? He went to the Red Clay Classic to close out the year last year. In case you all forgot, some pretty good hot rods there. He started fourth row, drove it up to second. Then he went down to Menominee. He went down there, I believe, the opener in the Midwest Mod last year. Parked the Super in victory lane. Held off that 207 guy, Jesse Radetsky. Pretty tough to do. Chernovsky at number 4. Is he going to go undefeated? Dave Simpson says there's no way in hell. Well, we'll find out. Number 3, Dexton Cook. 21 wins on the year. Pair of wins already this year. Super consistent, right? But if I put him against the next 2, I think they're just a titch better. You take these top 3, you put them together every single night, and you're going to have some really, really fun races to watch. Cook at 3 for right now. At number 2, from South Dakota, Trevor Nelson. 20 wins on the year last year. Won the Wissota 100. Shocked the world, holding off the 7A. Actually, just beat the 7A in Montevideo. Needs a Sunday night track, right? Needs a Sunday night track, right? Todd Good, right? Todd Good, Watertown, guy. Give him a handful of super stock races. Go out and get some sponsors and give this South Dakota kid an opportunity to race for a natty. Come on, man. You can do this, right? Trevor Nelson at number 2. And at number 1, until proven otherwise, your 2022 national champion. He's won everything imaginable, right? Everything, right? Nelson has beat him. Cook has beat everybody beats everybody at some point in time. But 35 feature wins last year. I'm telling you what, until somebody actually knocks him off the pedestal, right? Shane Sabraski is the number 1 driver in the buyraceshirts.com one to go show Superstock power rankings, and he's the number 1 contender for a national champion. And there's a lot of people saying, oh, he needs to move up. Iron sharpens iron, right? I mean, if the top guys all move up, there's nobody there to make them faster. This guy makes everybody faster. Shane Sabraski at number 1.